Myself Vaishali Ashok Lone. My topic name is the phylum protozoa. The index, introduction, history, characteristic, and classification. The introduction of phylum protozoa. There are the protozoa as a singular, plural. It is the informal term of the group of single called eukaryotes, either free living or parasitic, that feeds on the organic matter such as the microorganism or organic tissue and the debris. The histologically, protozoa were regarded as the one-cell animal because they often possess animal-like behavior such as the mortality and the prediction and lack cell wall, such as found in the plant and many algae. The first introduced by the George Goldfuss. The originally spread the Goldfuss in the 1880. The taxon Protozoa was erected as the class within the Animalia, with the word Protozoa meaning first animal. In the later classification scheme, it was elevated to the variety of the higher rank, including the phylum, subkingdom, and the kingdom, and the sometime includes within the Protista or the Protista. It is the approach and classifying the protozoa within the context of animal was the widespread in the 19th century, early 20th century, but it is not the universal. By the 1970s, become usual to require that all taxa morphological derived from the cavern and that would be the regarded protozoan and the halophytic. The taxon Protozoa failed to meet the standard, and there the practices of the grouping protozoa of animal, treating them the closely related as the are no longer justified to term continue to be used to lose way the describe single parasites eukaryotes, and that the animal, plant, fungi, paramecium, Engela, and the Tryptozoa. Deposit the awareness that the traditional taxonomic concept of the protozoa did not meet the concomitantly the taxonomic standard. Some the author having the continue to be the name while applying the differing scope of organism in the series, classifying the Thomas Calvin Smith, the collaborator since 1981. The taxon Protozoa was applied the restricted circumference organic and the rank as the kingdom. The second point is the history. The word protozoa, singular protozoa, was coined the 1880. The zoologist, the George August Goldfuss, Greek include of the German writing meaning primitive or the organic cell. You are means the proto and there means animal. The Goldfuss create the protozoa of an class containing what the believe to the simplest animal. Originating the group include only the single microorganism, but also the lower multicellular animals such as a rotifer, crawlers, sponges, jellyfish, fish, bryozoa, polychaeta worm. The term protozoa is form of the Greek words meaning the plural, and zone mean animal. The use the protozoa, the formal taxon has been discovered by the researchers mainly because the implies kinship with animal metazoa, and the promoters are arbitrarily separation like animal like plant and organism. The character, there are the some character of the protozoa, that is the reproduction. The reproduction is the protozoa can be sexual or asexual. Most the protozoa reproduces asexually through the binary fusion. Many species protozoa reproduces both asexually or sexually. However, sexual reproduction the rare among the free-living protozoa and usually occur when the food is scarce or the environmental changes drastically. Both the isogamy and anisogamy occur in the protozoa, with the anisogamy being the some common from the sexual reproduction. The isogamy means the sexual reproduction that involve the gamete similar morphology found in the unicellular organism. Because both gametes look like, they generally cannot be classified male and female. There is the anisogamy. Anisogamy is the sexual reproduction that involves the union fusion two gametes that differ size or form. The smaller gametes is male sperm cell, and where the largest gamete is the female, typically the egg cell. Anisogamy is the common and the widespread multicellular organism in the both plant and animal. Gamete size different and fundamental differences between the male and female. There is the second character is the size. There is the protozoa are the traditionally defined range in the size from as a liter 1 micrometer to several millimeter or more. Among the largest are deep sea dwelling xenophyphores, single cord as the foraminifera, whose cell can be reached 20 centimeter diameter. When is the xenophytophoria means the crate. The member of the class are the multinucleated unicellular organism found on the ocean floor throughout the world's ocean at the depths as 500 to 10,600 meters. The second character is the feeding. The protozoa are the heterotrophic derivative nutrient from order organic, either the ingesting them whole by the phagocytosis. There are the phagocytosis means the process which cell used to plasma cells engulfed by the large particular, giving rise to internal compartment called the phagosome. It is type of the endocytosis. The cell perform the phagocytosis is called as the phagocytes. Phagocytes. Phagocytes may involve in the engulfing organism particle at the pseudopodia, taking the food through the specialized mouth like the aperture called the cytosome, or using the stiffened injection organelles. The parasite protozoa used to wide variety of the feeding strategies, and some may be changes method of the feeding in the different phases in their life cycle. For the instance, the malaria parasites plasmodium feeds by the pinocytes during the immature trophozoite stage of life, develop the dedicated feeding organelles at the mature within the host RBC. Then second function is the character. Organic, traditionally classified as a protozoa, are the abundant aqueous environment and soil occupying the raised tropical level, the level including the flagella, which more with the help of the adulting and the breeding flagella. The climatic, which move by using the hair like called as the cilia, and amoeba, which move by the use to temporarily extension by the cytoplasmal pseudopodia. Many products such as the agent of amoebionic many GS used to pseudopodia and flagella. Some protozoa attached to the substrate from the cyst So do that move around. Most the essential protozoa able to move around the some stages in the life cycle, such as after cell division. The term has been used to activating the um, motile phases, opposes the propozoids that refer to feeding stages. There is the next character is the life cycle. Some There are the life cycle of the protozoa. Have the two phases life cycle alternating between the proliferative stages and the resting crease. The crease the protozoa can be survive harsh conditions such as the exopores and estimate temperature harmful chemical or long periods without the access to nutrient water or oxygen, instilling enable to parasite species to survive the outsides of the host and allow their the transmitter from host to another when the protozoa are in the form of the tropozoids. Tropozoids is the Greek word tropo to nourish. There is activated free conversion of the tropozoids to crest form known as the in enclostation, while the process transferring the back of the tropozoids is known as the existment. The protozoa mostly reduces sexually by binary fusion or multiple fusion. Many protozoa also exchange the genetic material by sexual mix, typically through the conjunction. But this is a generally developed from process reproduction and does not the immediately result in the increase the population, such as the sexually can the optical. Although the meiosis sex the wide speed among present in the eukaryotes, then the until recently been the nuclear when not eukaryotes were sexually early in evolution and recent advanced gene detection and other technique. The evidence has been the found in the some of the meiosis sex in the increasing number of the protozoa lineages that diverged early in the eukaryotes evolution. They such as the feeding suggests that the meiosis sex arose early in eukaryotic evolution. Example: protozoan meiosis sexual are the described in the described amebiozoa. There is the second point is the classification. There is historically protozoa were classified as a unicellular animal such as distinct from the protophyta, single cell the photosynthetic organism algae, which are the considered primitive plant. Both group were the commonly give the rank of the phylum under the kingdom Protista. The oldest system classification, the phylum of the protozoa was the commonly divided in the several subgroup several of the subgroup. There are the such a 20th century of the major group of the protozoa are the include. The most of the system eukaryote classifications such as published by the International Society of the Posteriorlis member old phylum Protista have been distributed among the variety of the supergroup. Thank you.